Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Glory Okings. Thank you so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to find an apartment in Turkey. I'm also going to be showing you guys exactly how to find an apartment on Sahibinden. I'm also going to give you guys tips at the end on finding an apartment. So if you would like to know how to find an apartment in Istanbul, Turkey, stay tuned and keep on watching. Istanbul, Turkey is one of the populated cities around the world, I believe. There are two possible ways you could find an apartment for short-term and long-term stay. I'm going to be sharing with you guys ways you can find an apartment for short-term and also ways you can find an apartment for long-term. So for the short-term, you could use Airbnb. That's if you're coming for a vacation or you're coming for health reasons. There are so many people that are coming to Turkey for health reasons, maybe for hair transplants, BBLs, for your teeth and all that good stuff. There are so many reasons as to why people come to Turkey. So for the short term, you can use Airbnb. Airbnb is a known app where you can find apartment for short-term stay for a month, for 3 weeks, if you do not want to be staying in a hotel. And if you're someone who likes cooking for themselves, you can stay in Airbnb. So for long term, this is a period of 6 months to a year, but I believe it's a year to 2 years in my own. In this aspect, it's a year to 2 years. There are 3 ways you can find an apartment if you are planning to stay long term. The first way is using the apps or websites to find apartments. The app I'm going to show you guys today is called Sahibinden. I've spoken about Sahibinden so many times. I also received questions on how to use Sahibinden. I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. And the next one is real estate agents, where you go to the MLAC's office and go and ask them for an apartment. Third one is looking for signs and posters. There are buildings where they just put the phone number or they write Kiralik or Satilik, which is to rent. Kiralik is to rent and Satilik is for sale on the building, and then they put a phone number there and you can call the number. So those are the 3 ways you can get an apartment. So I'm going to be talking about the first way, which is Sahibinden. Before we start, I'm going to share some of the advantages of Sahibinden. Mind you, the other websites you can find an apartment, I use Sahibinden or going to the real estate agent. Those are the 2 methods I use. If you are here and you know other websites where you can find apartments that they actually give to people, please leave it in the comment section below. You might help someone. The advantages of using Sahibinden is it's cost effective and you can see the local prices, because Sahibinden is where both Turkish and foreigners use. So the prices there are the same with foreigners and the same with Turkish people. Well, the cons, I would say, you have to have a Turkish phone number. So many people have contacted me saying they could not access Sahibinden because it doesn't open because they're not in Turkey. So I believe it only works if you're in Turkey, and also it's only for a long-term contract. They don't have short-term contract stay on Sahibinden. That's why I told you guys about Airbnb. When you're using Sahibinden, try and find apartments from the owner. Why I say this is because if you find an apartment from an agent, you have to pay the agent a commission fee, and the commission fee is 1 month's rent of the apartment you find. So if you find an apartment of 4,000 TL or 2,000 TL, you have to pay the agent 2,000 TL. I'm going to go into the Sahibinden app now. Sahibinden. So when you open the app, for mine it's already in English. You're going to click on real estate. So I'm going to click on the residential. There is for sale or for rent. If you are looking for a house to buy, you can click on for sale, but I'm showing you guys how to rent a house. I've not gotten to the stage of buying a house yet. For rent, so there's flats, there's residence, there's detached houses, villa, farmhouse, mansion, seaside mansion. If you want to do those ones, you can do those ones, but I'm going to go for a flat because we're looking for a flat. So when you go for a flat, when you go to flat, you're going to see different options of flats showing up. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on filter. You're going to go to address, go to Turkey, and then under province you go to Istanbul all. Let's go back to Istanbul. For the province, you can find Istanbul, the European side, and you can find Istanbul, the Asian side, which is the Anatolia, the Asian side. So it's your choice wherever you want to stay in Turkey or in Istanbul, but I'm going to choose all. And then for the county, there are different places you can stay in Turkey. There's the places where they're expensive or high-end, which is in the main city of Istanbul, and then there's like on the outskirts of Istanbul where houses are more affordable. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to pick all of Istanbul, right? I'm not going to choose a particular county, and then I'm going to click on apply. And for number of rooms, let's say you can also pick the price range you want. You can also pick the size of the apartment. You can also pick the number of rooms. Let's say 1+1 would apply. The age of building, you can choose if you want it. If you want a new building, if you want an old building, you can see. But the prices is different when it's a new building, or between the age of 1 to 2 years. It might be more expensive than older buildings. And then you can choose the number of bathrooms, balcony, all of that good stuff. And I think this is where you can also choose if you want a furnished house or an unfurnished house. But I'm going to click on no for unfurnished. If you want a furnished house, you can also check with furnished houses. But I'm going to click on no. Let me see, residence type. I'm not going to click on that. And when on this part where it says from, you can choose the owner, you can choose real estate agency, you can choose developer or bank. I never used to see developer or bank, so I think this is new, but it's your choice. Wherever you want to choose, you can choose from the owner. Let's try from the owner. If you want to choose from the owner, that means you're going to be talking directly to the owner. You're not going to have a middle party. So now this is for a 1+1. So as you can see, this 1+1 in Üsküdar is going for 1,000 TL. I don't think the house is going to be great, because for you to see an apartment of 1,000 TL, Üsküdar is on the Asian side. So let's just look at the pictures. As you can see, this house is old. So if you don't mind living in old apartments, guys, so you can see that one is an empty apartment. So let me just try to find one in Fatih. This one is in Fatih. So let me just open it up. As you can see, it's in a residential area. It's clean, it's nice. You can see the toilet, you can see the living space, the kitchen space is small there. And this goes for 5,000 TL. This is in Fatih, unfurnished. And then you can also look for different places. This is for 2,750. You can see it's also small. And yeah, let me just choose a house in the outskirts of Istanbul. Let's see, maybe around Başakşehir or Beylikdüzü. Let's say Beylikdüzü. I'm just showing you guys, you don't have to stay there, okay? So let's apply. You can see the prices of Beylikdüzü: 2,800, 3,500 and 3,100. So I'm going to show you guys another place. Let's see, let me choose Kadıköy. You can see the prices of Kadıköy: 9,000, 4,500, 14,000. Is this Kadıköy? 4,000 TL. Ooh. You can see the kitchen. So it just depends. You just go there. When you find the apartment you want, let me show you. When you find the apartment you want, you just click on message. Then you create an account, and when you create an account, you're going to be able to talk to the people. When you want to send them a message, please send them in Turkish. It's easier for you, because some of these agents, they don't even have time to be using Google Translate to help you who needs help. So just use Google Translate, translate what you want, tell them you want to get an apartment, and they're going to reply you. If they're going to offer you the apartment, they will let you know, they will get back to you. And if they're not going to offer it to you, sometimes they might get back to you, or sometimes they might ignore you. They're rude like that sometimes. That's how you use Sahibinden. And the next process after you use Sahibinden, I think you can go to see the house. When you see the house, if you like the house, then they're going to arrange a date. If you use an agent, I usually use an agent. I've never rented an apartment from the owner themselves. I always use an agent. I don't know why. If you like the house, you can get it. You have to make sure everything is working, because once you pay your money, sis, once you pay for that apartment, if you didn't check, maybe the gas was not working or the water was not working, if you happen to have a rubbish house owner, you're going to struggle before they come and fix it. So I would suggest make sure you check everything is working perfectly fine before you pay your money to anybody. Okay, make sure you sign a contract. The contract is usually in Turkish, so before you sign the contract, take a picture, change it, exchange it on Google Translate, check out what the contract says. The tips for the contract that I would give to you is make sure it states how much you're paying monthly, and then it's also going to state how much you're going to pay for the year, the total amount for the year. And then if you're going to pay them any amount, sometimes they might tell you to pay 6 months, sometimes they might tell you to pay 1 year straight. Make sure you check the numbers that are written there. If your rent is 4,000 TL, make sure they write 4,000 TL on your contract, and then 4,000 times 12, make sure that's the amount it says you're going to pay for 12 months. And then if they say, okay, maybe you have to pay 6 months upfront, or you have to pay 4 months upfront plus 2 months deposit. If your house rent is 4,000 TL, you're going to pay 8,000 lira deposit. This deposit is used for when you're moving out of the house. If there are any damages, they are going to use your deposit to fix the damages in the house. But if you do not have any damage of any sort, they are required to give you back your deposit. I would advise you, do not damage their houses if you want your deposit back. They should also write down the amount you've paid, because sometimes these house agents, the agents themselves, not the owners, the agents, they can scam people, mostly Africans, if you're not paying attention. You get a receipt for everything and you keep this safe. So it just depends on wherever you want to stay and whatever you can afford to pay every month. Now I'm going to share with you guys the tips on houses. First off, in most apartments you pay something called Aidat. This is the maintenance fee. So in normal houses, like the houses where it's just normal houses, there's no security, there's no pool, there's nothing, they might ask you for cleaning fee, maybe like cleaning the elevator, cleaning the corridor outside your house, like in front, and also, you know, just normal cleaning, taking out the bin. If they do that, it might be cheaper than staying in a residence where you stay in a condo area. For me currently, I pay 390 TL for my Aidat. In other places it might be more expensive, it might be cheaper. If you have a house with gym, my house has gym, it has pool, there's security, there's someone coming to take the bin out. If all of these services are available, then your Aidat will be more. And also the Aidat increases by the number of rooms. The next one is a nota. If you're new in Turkey and you rent an apartment, you have to go to the nota office to nota your house. It's just a stamp to stamp that you live in that apartment. And also you also need to nota your house contract whenever you're applying for a residence permit. How you can find a nota close to you is just use Google Maps, write down nota close to me, you go there. When you get there, they're going to take your house contract, print it, you write your name and surname, your phone number and your signature, and then you go inside the office and you pay. Another very important tip I want to share to you guys: when you're looking for an apartment, sometimes they might refuse to give it to you outright because you're African. Don't take it personal, just go to the next person, because they can literally tell you no African, or the owner doesn't give to African, or the owner doesn't give to Nigerians. You know what you should do? Just chop your L and go to the next place. The last point I want to share with you guys is make sure in your house contract it is written that you're going to pay that amount for the whole year. The landlord cannot wake up tomorrow and increase the price of the rent, because some people, it happens to them, especially if it's not written in their contract. I think that's all I can share with you guys on finding an apartment in Istanbul. I really wanted to show you guys how to navigate through Sahibinden app and also give you guys tips on how to find an apartment, and I believe I've done that. Please, if you're in Istanbul and you know how else to get an apartment apart from using Sahibinden or going to the Emlak's office, which is the real estate agent's office, or finding the Kiralic sign on the houses. Please let me know in the comment section below. Please share how you can other means to find an apartment. Please let me know if this video was helpful to you or helpful for you and you would want me to do more of this type of video. I'm thinking of doing the cost of living in Turkey because my previous video I uploaded, things are different now. The economy in Turkey is just going like this. The prices of things are just going like this. So if you want me to do a cost of living in Istanbul, please let me know in the comment section below. And I'll be sure to, you know, come up with the video for you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.